Hi everybody and welcome to the live show. It's going to be fun. So we've got the close of VCA48, Mega VCA48, and we've got the opening of a VCA49. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Basically, we've got 8 standard VCAs that are on for sale over these 2 days. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to check out all the stats at the moment, but welcome to everybody. Once again, subscribe, like, and share, hit the bell for the notifications. And of course, we look forward to your comments during the next hour and a half or so. And yeah, get into it. And yeah, let's have fun. Once again, grab yourself a drink or something like that to sit back and relax and get into the conversation. Lots going on at the moment, of course, and we've got a big event on at the moment which just started, which I think is really great, and that's on social media, on Twitter and stuff like that. So that's going to be pretty huge. I think that's a good start to the social media, really supercharging with the competition giveaway. So we'll check that out too during the live stream a couple of times at least. John Atkinson is in the house. Hi, Superman. Hi, everybody. Great to see John Atkins in the house for sure. So we're going to have a bit more conversational style today. I'll probably be talking just a slightly less. You can you believe that? I'll be still talking slightly less, and let's get the conversation going. Community is what matters, obviously, and we've got the auction on. But let me just do an opening coverage of today's auction at the moment. We've got 45 minutes left. That's a sniping closing period, and we've got $3.5 billion, just under $3.5 billion Axion up for grabs, $377,000 at the moment. Current price of Axion is at 0.000-10975. Obviously, Ethereum and Bitcoin pull back a bit, particularly Ethereum. So we're going to check that out. We've got Ethereum at, we've got our goal at the moment. It's 204.89. So that's pretty lofty compared to what's in there at the moment. We've got 4.2 ETH in there at the moment. $7,700 versus 377. So unless we got some very big bids in, that's going to be pretty tough to meet. But what we were pragmatic about was if we can get 1 sold out or 2 sold out, that'd be about about 28 to 30 ETH sold out. That'd be pretty cool. Now the actual auction price at the moment is 16.7 million per ETH. That's a bit lower than we started off yesterday, but you get 10% wrapped Bitcoin cash back immediately to your wallet if you bid in, plus you get up to 20% Axion bonus if you stake longer than 350 days to, so I think it's 6% 350 days up to 20% extra Axion bonus for 5,555 days, and that doesn't include your share bonus, which is longer pays better, and that's 20% per year, over 300% for 15 points a year. So pretty exciting bonuses in there. So that's where we're at the moment. Obviously, we've got a VCA number 49 coming up too in about 40 minutes, and that's 516 million Axion. It's obviously got some penalties rolled in there, and that's $56,242. So we're looking forward to that back-to-back VCAs, and that's what we enjoy doing. This is the longest show of the week, so we'll see how we get on. Like I said, if we get 1 VCA sold out, that's pretty decent. If we get 2, that'd be pretty awesome as well. So there we are. That's where we're at. We're trying to target and practice probably maybe 30 to 60 ETH. So we'll see whether we get any big bids in the next 40 minutes or so. All right, that's pretty much the opening gambler there. Once again, John's in the house. It's really great to see. If you are watching, let yourself be known in the chat. We always like to meet the community. Once again, this is a community-driven project, basically. Certificate of deposit supercharged, really, with the dividends that you get from 3 VCAs, or 4 VCAs, and which is wrapped Bitcoin, and 3 Axion dividends as well, and 3 auctions we have per week, which pretty much get sold out every day, just about. So pretty cool. Let's have a quick look over to let's go look at the Axion Today dashboard. We'll just scroll that down too. So we've got 41 minutes to go. Now, I did do 2 extra live streams today, one on Pulsechain and one on general crypto and Bitcoin, so you can check those out as well. I did those. So that finally got up to date with those, and they were pretty fun to do. You can check that out on the channel as well. There was some pretty big news, new release in the Pulsechain one in particular, so that might be something worthy of checking out. Max Share Club at the moment, 123.72 billion, and stakes 8,719. We have wrapped Bitcoin at the moment at 137.36 wrapped Bitcoin paid to stakers, just over 4.4 million at the current Bitcoin price. We have cashed out 108.96, almost 109 wrapped Bitcoin cashed out. We've got 40 minutes to go, and that's pretty cool. All right, so let's have a look in there. Let's jump over to the news. Let's check out the big competition that's on at the moment. I think it's a pretty cool idea. And once again, hats off to LB and Destroyer for this one. It looks pretty good. So let's have a look. LB, Defender of the Light. Nice one, I like that. Introducing hashtag Better Way to Crypto. So from the June the 25th, all right, to August 19th, Axion investors and fans will have the opportunity to win $100 in Axion each week by creating a post on social media that both tags Axion and includes the hashtags of the week in a meaningful and relevant way, as well as the promotional tag hashtag Better Way to Crypto. The promotion will run from Friday to Thursday for 8 consecutive weeks. This is really great. So now they're making a big expansion on social media, particularly Twitter, which is heavy crypto users on that platform. So very cool idea. Submission guidelines. All text and images must adhere to the Axion branding guideline. Posts must tag at Axion, whether on Facebook or Twitter, and posts must include the hashtag of the week listed below and announced on Twitter, Facebook, Telegram, and Discord every Friday, and posts must include the hashtag Better Way to Crypto as an identifier to promotional entry. So those two hashtags plus tagging in Axion is pretty much it, really. I mean, the branding, people will pretty much know that, so that's fine. Each post meeting each post meeting the above criteria is a single entry into the weekly drawing and a requirement in order to be eligible for the following bonus entries. There is no limit to the number of entries per week. Additional entries can be acquired in the following ways. Post your entry in hashtag Axion-media in Discord. Post your entry in Telegram and tag LB_hippie, and share someone else's post on your profile and tag 2 friends plus Axion. So really viral marketing. Well done to, once again, hats off to LB and Destroyer. This is a great idea, and I think it's going to get that community growing. We were after community growth, and this is a huge way of doing it. Comment on another's post and tag 2 friends plus Axion. The hashtag for June 25th, July 1st is Better Way to Crypto. For more details, visit our event page. Now, I've already sent this out to 2 people. I'm probably going to end up sending it out to a lot more. So get out there, start sharing this. This is how you grow the community fast, and it's great to see us on the ground floor doing this sort of stuff too. We've done a lot of SEO work online, and it's going to continue, but these sort of strategies are very effective over time, and this is going to run for 8 weeks. So I'm pretty awesome. I'm pretty happy with that. Very well done to the team there for that. So the hashtag for June the 25th and July the 1st is hashtag Better Way to Crypto. So starting off with the baseline there. For more details, visit our page, and obviously we can visit that there, which we're going to do right now. And I love the little artwork there. Axion, enter to win $100 a week. Axion each week. Giveaway June 25th to August 19th. So it really does help to get the viral. Even if people that are getting into the competition don't pick up, the people that they're going to tag in or so forth get introduced to Axion. So it's really cool on that way. And plus it's creating that bigger audience that are following Axion. So nice. All right, so let's jump to this. So that link hits to the website, so you can see all the details there on the website. Very nice. We've actually got the weeks ahead, so let's actually check that out too. Let me just check that one on there a second. Just let me be one moment. Thanks for bearing with me on that. So here it's got all the same stuff there. Submission guidelines, all the same as what we just read, but it's actually got the weekly hashtags. So week 1 is hashtag Better Way to Crypto. Week 2 will be ethical finance. Week 3 with Axion You Can. Week 4 Axion launch. Week 5 relax and divs. Week 6 stake Axion earn Bitcoin, and week 7 we are Axion, and week 8 Axion Noughts, which we've already seen that video. If you saw that video the other day, that was pretty cool. That was also on Twitter. Have any questions, reach out to the support team on Twitter or support. So very nice there. Disclaimer, paid Axion staff team are not eligible for this promotion. All right, winners will be drawn every Friday and contact via social media account that posted to arrange payment. Must have an ETH wallet to receive your prize. Participation in the contest acknowledges consent for any and all submissions with your identifying username to be used in promotional materials as chosen by Axion. No purchase necessary to win, so no picture of Axion in that case. So very nice there, and that bit goes on the back of the latest articles there too with version 3. So if we actually go to the Twitter page, you guessed it, we actually haven't looked enough at Twitter, and so since they're really going to focus on building up the Twitter followers and communications, we're going to do a bit more of that over time. And we can see that there's already 30,500 followers. Man, if we can get that to 50,000, that's really a big deal, especially in cryptos, a lot on Twitter online, on Twitter, so I should say. So that's cool. So you've got a couple of videos here by that have just been out the last 10 hours actually, just from Punkonomics, talking about the stuff. There's also a monthly meetup, and VR was on as well, so I don't know if you actually joined that. You can join that one, and that's pretty big deal. So here's the actual contest: win $100 in Axion by creating your own social posts that tag Axion and uses a better way to crypto between now and July the 1st. For more details, including how to get additional, visit these sites here. So I'll just get the link on that. Let me just hit that one, and I'll pull it up for you. I'll post this in the chat so that you can have a look at this one. So $100 giveaway, weekly giveaway. Let's go for gold. Giveaway. Away. All right, I've actually misspelled that wrong 3 times now. All right, so it's probably still wrong. I can see it's still wrong, but bear with me. There we are. Boom. All right, so you can hit that link if you want to tweet that out. Obviously, the community plays a big role in you know, getting new people into community. So very cool. All right, so that was that one, and looks good on there. We also got there was a couple more there. Another bonus going out for Axion and airdrops too. Direwolf, Skirt, Wrap Bitcoins. Divers that will be next to Axion. We're gonna road of crypto to space. So very nice support there on those comments. Once again, there was also this VR meetup, monthly one. That's just I don't know how long it's been going, but that's I think it's was on 13 hours ago. So I'm not sure when 1300 PST time was, but there's the link there. So that's that virtual meetup. So interesting stuff there. All right, so very cool. Make sure you are followed on Axion if you are on Twitter. So pretty cool. I'm not really on Twitter a lot, so there we are. All right, so we've done that one. So it's a pretty nice launch there, and once again, hats off to LB and Destroyer for that. I think it's a great idea, and that's where we're at. So let's jump back to general. We'll go away from there, and lots happening. I think we've even got Punky on there at the moment. So very nice, having a good chat away. I think we even had LB in there. Yeah, LB's in there. So lots of good conversations going on there, I'm sure. So very cool. All right, and so let's have a look at the price. We've got the price at 000010975, and we've got 886 ETH in the pool, 14.9 billion Axion, $73,000 in daily volume, and total liquidity just under 3.3 million US dollars. Let's have a quick. We can see on the price there that let me just pull that back. So obviously been going down in price, but obviously the market's also pulled back. So let's have a look at what we've had over the last wee while. We've gone down from there to, let's go to the current price now. So over the last day, it's probably close to when we were last doing, we're down about 10%. Obviously the previous day we were going up, right? So the previous day we were going up here. We were up about 10%, so we're obviously down a bit further than that, but back up again. So that's where we're at, and let's have a quick look at the markets as well. Obviously, Ethereum did not hold $2,000 yesterday, and it's been down 6.6% over the last 24 hours. So hence, Axion's also down as well. But look at ETH down 17% over the 7 days. So a third of that's in the last 24 hours. Bitcoin's not actually looking too bad. Bitcoin's at 32,400. That's actually not too bad. I mean, if that was under 30, that was a real problem, but actually bounced down to 29,200, I think, and it has recovered. So interesting on Bitcoin there. Let's see where that heads off to. Obviously, there's Mt. Gox is coming out in July. It's got 16,000 Bitcoin coming out of there, so we'll see what happens to that. It's about $750 million. So we'll just watch that, and yeah, so forth. So that's what's going on there. Binance at 288 and so forth. So that's where the market is. It's basically still in a bearish frame mind, but not the worst case scenario yet. So there we are. All right, let's jump back to the auction, and we're still at 4.2 Ethereum. We're going to go back in time and check out what's actually happening in the activities as well. Don't forget to make some comments in the chat there. We always like to hear what's going on with you. Maybe you've even got a bachelor's party on or something like that. Let's get into it. FBAM just had his bachelor party, and it's got a couple, I think 2 weddings, was it? One wedding and then another wedding after that. So pretty cool. All right, so let's quickly go down, and we're going to go back in time. Here we're going to race all the way back to where we started yesterday, and we're going to be back 24 hours. You saw it here, Back to the Future, and we're going to do it in real time. So this is a good thing. This is Axion today's activity page. It shows all the economic activity going on with Axion at any point in time, which is pretty neat. So we're at 23 days in the going. So we're just going to go for the bids here. We're just looking for the bids. Lots of max share staking, lots of that. We had our first bid of a Dolphin 0.58. That was after the live stream, by the way, because we didn't have any ETH in the live stream, but we had 0.5 ETH from Dolphin. We had 2 ETH from a Shark. We had a small bid here, 0.09 ETH from a Shrimp. So a real mixed bag there going on. And let's go down. We had a Fish 0.05 Bitcoin. Sorry, ETH into the Bitcoin bid. And what else we got going on here? Just going through here. Lots of people cashing out Bitcoin there. It's pretty interesting. Look at all those cash outs. Then we had another Fish 0.1 ETH in there. A couple early unstakes. Pretty heavy penalty. Look at that penalty. Wow, that's pretty harsh. I don't know. Maybe they need the money. Who knows? But interesting there. And then we got another crab there, 0.6 ETH. A real mixed bag, and a Dolphin 0.14, another Fish 0.11 ETH, and there's another Shrimp 0.45 ETH, and we're just about getting up there the last little wee while. And then about just over an hour ago, we had a Fish going 0.07 ETH, and that's where we got up to, folks. So that's quite a few small fish in there. We had 1 Shark, I believe, 2 Dolphins, and the rest of them smaller accounts. So that's kind of positive from the new investor type point of view. That's where, and they all get 10% wrapped Bitcoin back immediately to their wallet. So pretty nice on that one. Now, obviously, 4.2 ETH has come in today so far. We've got 30 minutes left, and we ended up buying 0.238 wrapped Bitcoin with that. We've got 0.2 Bitcoin has gone to as dividends, so that's what would have been spread out amongst all the stakers, which is $6,500 at the moment. So obviously on the low end at the moment, so we'll just have to wait and see what we get in the next 30 minutes. Very cool. Hey, we've got a pretty quiet chat out there. Normally it's pretty busy. Get in that chat and start going hello. Nice to see you on that one for sure. All right, don't forget when you stake in Axion, you can go to the staking tab. If you've bought Axion, particularly on Uniswap or something, or maybe you're holding some liquid, you can actually, all you have to do is put in the amount. Let's say you had 10 million Axion. You could then stake that any days you like, 350 to get the first big payday. You get the tick there. If you did 700 days, you get the second big payday. See, that's tick green, and so on. So if we did, was it 950, you get the third big payday, and it shows you the start date, the end date. The share rate at the moment, of course, is 1.1684. That only goes higher, generally speaking. So you really want to stake today than in the future. We've got 8.5 million basic shares, plus the longer pay is better. Remember, that's 20% per year. So this is what just under 3 years. And so you get longer pays better. That gives you total shares of 13 million. And that really is the main game, getting as many shares as you can. You can see the time frame there is different. You can actually use the scroller, and you could just go up to 5 years, for example. It's approximately 5 years, I should say. You can go out to 10 years, and it just shows you the change in the shares. So obviously, staking longest, you get 20% more shares per year. And if you went all max share to 5555 days, which is 15.2 years, you get almost 35 million shares there, as opposed to 5 years, you're down at 17. So quite a bit of difference. 350. You're looking at what about 10 million? 10 million. So 10 million for 350 days, 35 million shares for 555. That's why we get so many max shares, folks, and also all of them trying to track down, get as many shares as they can, get as much of the wrapped Bitcoin as they can. Now, obviously, we've got Axion version 3 coming out that's going to have NFTs. The stakes become NFTs, and therefore they'll be tradable. So any people that have got max share stakes will be able to trade their stakes eventually. So it's going to be a lot of fun. in Axion. That's also going to be deflationary as well, so that's something to look forward to. I think we're looking as the soonest that it might come out is Q4 this year, maybe Q1 next year. Certainly year 2 to 4 is kind of the Goldilocks zone, and we'll see how that plays out. Pretty cool. You can also estimate your earnings. Just click the estimate earnings, and that will bring you to the calculator and give you just an estimate. It's got certain assumptions behind it, of course, so just make sure you read everything on the page if you want to get the best understanding. But basically, it'll give you the amount, number of days that you've staked, and the share rate, which just goes up every day, changes. And then it'll give you basic shares. Longer pays better, which we said is 20% more shares per year. That's your reward for staking longer. Total shares, and then it will give you a share percentage, and that's the key thing that determines how much of the reward pool each day you get. Now remember, there's a minimum 8% return in Axion for staking, and then on top of that you can get wrapped Bitcoin dividends 4 times a week based on your share percentage of the total wrapped Bitcoin that comes in, and well, 85% of the wrapped Bitcoin that comes in via the Ethereum buybacks, and you will also get Axion dividends as well from the 3 regular auctions that we have, which do consistently very well. So that's pretty cool. You can see your earnings here, staked earnings, the initial, the outcome over that 15-year period. Once again, those are probably going to end up being tradable too. So it's going to be very different from the rest of the market that does certificate of deposits, because the Axion's going to be the first to be doing that. So once again, groundbreaking stuff again. But you don't have to wait for groundbreaking stuff, because Axion version 3 looks like it will be ready in probably early Q3 is the expected time frame. So maybe by mid-July is my guess. Once again, not official, but that's my expectation. So VCA earnings there. That gives you the idea of VCA earnings. It does assume, of course, that they get sold out. I think it is based on sold out VCAs 4 times a week. So just take that into account there. Got a little thumbnail there, gives you the details and so forth. You can also simulate the future price. Obviously, that's at 001. And that once it gets the ideas that once it got to 001, it would actually reduce the amount. You can see that the amount in the auction is going down. There's a standard VCA goes down, 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 down. You can see it keep going down as the price rises. Now, obviously, if the price is closer to what it is at the moment, which is 0001, so we're really on this end of the scale, so a lot of upward potential for Axion. But once again, we've talked about that a lot of time on this channel, about liquidity squeeze, needing to do that. Maybe we need some more short-term offerings for the Uniswap buys, and also a few more tweaks in the auctions, as well as obviously more marketing and stuff like that. So pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff still to be done. Axion's still early on, only month 8, so very cool. All right, that's really the numbers there. Hopefully that's helped people who are going to do new stakes. Let's go back to the auction. Check that out. So we're still, we've got 24 minutes to go, 4.2 ETH in the auction. 206 is our target now, and our Axion price is at 000100974. All right, very cool. Let's go back in the chat there. Hey, we've got a few comments. Nice to see some comments in the chat. And finally back there. So we're obviously highlighting that $100 weekly giveaway. Make sure you click on that. Follow Axion Twitter and share it. Share it amongst if you're still on Twitter, share it amongst your friends on there. And Namoto is on. Yuya Namoto, hello, happy weekend. Hello, Yamato, very cool. Namoto, sorry, very cool to see you. And John Atkins, hi Yuma. And John Atkins, I did not type that, sorry, Yuya. Yeah, got to get that right. So nice one there, John, and nice one, Yuya. Great to see you here. Happy weekend for sure. And I do enjoy these back-to-back VCAs. They're a lot of fun for sure. I actually forgot to have a drink with me, which is maybe problematic at some stage. I may have to have an intermission to make sure I get some a drink there, but we'll see how we go. All right. Let's go back to the chat there. Hey, we haven't got a lot of people. We haven't got a lot of regulars, and besides John, they haven't got a lot of regulars in there. It's nice to see Namoto back, of course, back from I think yesterday and the day before. So it's really good to have you here. But missing a few of the regulars on the chat for sure. Maybe they'll pop in a bit later. All right, so that's where we're at the moment, folks. And I'm just trying to think if I missed anything out there. I think that's the main stuff for sure. And the market is obviously in a slightly bearish tone, not slightly bearish, it is in a bearish tone at the moment, but one can only wait and see. We've got market cap at 1.3 trillion, 5 trillion, and BTC dominance 45%, ETH at just under 16%. Now let's have a quick look at the GUI price. Of course, that is the one thing that is really good, and so we'll check that in particular and check that out. All right. Now, obviously, if you've got wrapped Bitcoin dividends, you can withdraw those at any time on the staking platform, and it's the cheapest thing to do on the Axion platform. Once again, there are some, I think there's slightly higher fees on Uniswap when you do wrapped Bitcoin if you want to swap it. So just take that into account. Slightly, when you swap wrapped Bitcoin, I think it's slightly higher for some reason. I haven't got in behind that. Someone may know that, and that's watching now. So leave it in the chat if you know why wrapped Bitcoin when you do swaps is slightly higher. There might be some reason for that that I'm just not aware of. Here's the GUI price at the moment, 5 and 4. Look at that. We haven't seen 4 for a long time. I'm not sure whether this is the first time we've actually seen it, but that's pretty amazing to see a 4 on there. We had 5s, but see 4 is pretty amazing. Now, can we get a 4? How fast that's a 4? I don't know, but that's getting down. Look, a 4 is 15 cents on standard, and you probably end up paying about 12 cents or something like that, 11 cents, 12 cents. That's just for transferring between accounts. So this is pretty interesting, and it's quite a dramatic turn of events with the changes. You can see Uniswap at the moment. Look at this, Uniswap version 2, 97 cents on a fast, and that probably come in at 80 cents or something, which is just mind-blowing, really. I'd like to see that in actuality because that's pretty incredible. There, so let's go back down here. Yeah, I think this is, even if the average is below 10, I don't think it shows 10 on here. Maybe it does, but maybe just haven't had one under 10 on average under 10, and maybe it's based on, I'm not sure what it's based on, whether it's based on the highest value, the rapid value, or it's based on the fast value. Interesting stuff there. How do we predict? I don't know. How do you predict? Oh, wow. Okay. We never actually clicked on that button, but there we are. Transaction 1, 2, 3, in. I think those max 5 in 1,000. Maybe that I have to read through this to read that out. I won't be doing that live. So, okay, cool. All right. So we've got really good gas prices to enter the auction at the moment. So that would mean that it's going to be about as cheap as it's going to be without obviously Axion version 3 coming up. So whatever the GUI price is at the moment, you can imagine the Axion version 3 is going to make it on for staking. It's going to be 1/8 of the price, whatever that would be. So huge things coming for the Axion staking platform. Remember, Axion's going to be the only one on Ethereum with that. It's going to open up a lot of stuff, including NFT stakes, which is pretty mind-blowing. Tradable as well, and that's going to be really interesting to see how that's set up for sure. All right, let's quickly go here, and Yuya says, hi John, no worries. A few tears there, so it's pretty hilarious. That's very nice of you. And Kevin Wilson's in the house. Hello everyone, good to see you, Kevin. Very cool indeed. All right, woohoo, let's go. Don't forget also the $100 weekly giveaway link is above there. Just you can follow Axion, help spread the word, and if you've got a group on Twitter, if you're still on there, then share it around, and that just introduces more people to the ecosystem. I'll be spreading that at least to about 10 people. Already done 2 people already, so that just helps to do that. I'm not on Twitter anymore, so well, I had a Twitter account for the Axion token, but I haven't been really using that. John Atkins says, I like the new $100 social media thing, but it's not really one I can take part in, but all power to the team for coming out with this. It should make a difference. Yeah, I think it will make a difference, especially on Twitter, which still has a very large crypto community. Like I said, I'm like you, John, I'm not actually on there anymore. Mine's more about political speech and their worldview. I'm not really into that, so that's why I'm off Twitter now. Onto free speech platforms, but I do recognize the fact that there is a lot of the big communities are on Twitter. So that's that. So here we are. We're sitting at just under 3.5 billion Axion, $379,000. Now I know that Alex, who's obviously not here at the moment, is talking about possibly them doing a half burn for stuff that doesn't get sold out rather than excess. But of course, you got to get that balance between potential dividends and not what. So there will be a 30-day review of the balancing vote that we had, which is the third vote, and we can actually see that down on the voting here. And I think we've got about a week to go left of that. So we're in about week 3 at the moment. And so if we, they've actually, I think they've, oh no, they haven't. So there's the vote, balancing Axion vote. So we'll actually click on that and quickly check that out while we're here. So yeah, that was, end date was the 2nd of June. I think it was the 4th of June was when it was implemented, about that 4th or 5th or something. So 3 weeks ago. And based on multiple town halls, discussions, let's have a quick look here. So this was the actual vote. It doesn't pull that up, so I'll have to go back there again. I knew it. So let me refresh this page. Just one moment, caller, as we say, 1 moment, caller. And there we go. Let's click on that. I might have to actually open that up separately. Let's do this. Open it up in a new tab. It might work better. I have to open this up, and will that work? Maybe that will work. Yes, that will work. So this is the choice 1 that we had. Now the idea is that the analysis was recycling impact. This would have a net decrease on recycling, which it has done, and that's obviously when we first had it started, actually was working pretty well. But obviously recycling has a demand factor. So once you remove that, takes that demand segment out, and I think we've seen that happen. But we've also got the market pullback as well. So a lot of money sitting on the sidelines at the moment. So we've got that to take into account. It's always hard to numerize that or quantify that. So that's something to take into account. The other side was dividends. This would have a net increase on dividends distributed to stakers. So that's true theoretically, but you still need a demand function to come in there. Inflation, this would have net deflation, net decrease in the short term. So that's true. And auction sellout speed, this would have an unknown impact on auction sellout speed with a net reduction and recyclers but a net gain. Well, that's all based on do you have enough long-term investors coming in at on any particular day of the auctions. So that's why I'm pretty happy with this Twitter marketing, because that's getting that practical marketing out there's really big. And if we can get Twitter up from 13,500 to 30,000 and 50,000, you get where I'm heading, then that creates a whole big new set of potential investors or active investors, or turning inactive ones into active ones. Analysis, this option is a balance of all pros of incentivizing long-term stakes so that the token continues to reward longer-term stakers that help build the token adoption. This option is cumulatively estimated to have the highest price pressure as well. And as we know, we've got some votes coming up around the 15% that goes into the regular auctions, which pretty much sell out all the time. So we're going to look at that as well. We might actually end up flipping them around. You could end up flipping the regular auctions going from 3 to 4, and the VCAs from 4 to 3. So it might be something that's possible. So yeah, lots of different variables you have to think about, but that's where that's at the moment. So another week to go, that will face a review anyway. In any case, I think that was on here at the top. Maybe it was at the bottom there. No, I can't see it there, but it was in the maybe it was in an announcement that was out, so I can actually go find that. Let's jump back to the auction. We probably haven't got too long to go. 13 minutes to go. We're at 4.2. So let's quickly go onto the general Discord there, and we'll just type that in. Let's do the old AS balance. Bam. Our Superman is in the general chat. He's going to make. Oh, I didn't even do it right. How about that? I have to delete it now. That's embarrassing. I just embarrassed myself again. All right, let's do it again. And small s. No, I want small s. There we are, small as. There we are. Boom. Okay, so we're 2%. I said 2. We're 2% sold out at the moment. So that's oh boy, we're just about at that's probably one of the 3 lowest VCAs, but we're on a mega VCA, but still even for a regular VCA, that's on the low side. All right, so that's where we're at. Let's have a look here. We've got Patricia in the house. Hi, Axion Token. Hi, John Atkins. And hi, Kevin Wilson. Good to see you, Patricia. Great stuff. And John Atkins, hi, Patricia. Patricia says, hi, Yuya Inamoto. So good one for that one. And Patricia, hi, Alex, who isn't here yet. Hey, nice one, Patricia. Forward thinking. That's very cool. And Superman, you've deeply appreciated. Just wanted to let you know. Hey, I much appreciate that. Thank you so much. Big shout out to you and all your colleagues on Axion today as well. And Patricia, Yulia says, hi Patricia. So lots of Heidi highs back to Patricia there. Always great to have Patricia on the chat. All right, very nice. Let's just jump back to where we're going back here. We're going back. Let's go back to the future. So there we are. Let's jump back. So here we are. This is on the Axion Today dashboard. Oh, no, it's not. It's on the Axion portal one. Losing my mind there. Don't forget, we've got those happening. So 11 minutes going. We're just counting down. Just counting down. Might have to have an intermission to go nab myself a quick drink, but we'll leave that till the end of the auction. I can last 11 minutes, I'm sure. Maybe we should do that. I need a little intermission thing, don't I? A little jingle. Maybe something like, Axion, it's your friend. Something like that. Maybe not that. But yeah, that's probably what's going on. All right. It's like a bad camp song or something. I don't know. Do you remember? I guess if you've been to a camp, do you remember the talent shows that you'd hold at the camp normally at the second to last night or something? Hold a camp there, and you try to hold the camp. And I remember once I probably shouldn't get into it, but no, you have the talent show at the end of the week, and on the last night, it's normally the great hurrah. People make a lot of make themselves pretty foolish on those ones doing skits and stuff. That's how our one was. But the good thing is you leave the next day, so it's not too bad. You can escape. John Atkins says, can we harness Superman's positive energy and spread it over the entire crypto world? Oh, that's a good point. As long as you keep the kryptonite away, I think that's a possibility there, John, for sure. All right, so there we are, folks. We're counting down 10 minutes to go. We've got 2% sold out of the Mega VCA. Remember, there's 7. 5 plus 2 is 7. Last time I checked. So we've got 7 VCAs in there, and that's regular VCAs, 500 million. And so we're at 2% of 7. So let's actually normalize that. Let's get the old calculator out. And this is going to be approximate, of course. I hate doing approximations, but let's do the old approximations. So 209 divided by 7, excuse me, is 29.85. So about 30, maybe 29. And then we divide that by, no, so we don't do that. Let's just go around the 4.2 divided by 29.8. Let's do that. That's not good maths. That's 4.2 divided by, what did I say? 29.8. Let's do it. All right, finally I got there. 14%. So we're 14% sold out of a regular VCA at the moment, but we're 2% sold out of this Mega VCA altogether. We've got 9 minutes to go. Let's see if anyone snipes in there towards the end. You never know. Maybe the God Whale. Maybe the God Whale comes in. You just don't know. All right, let's jump over there. Going to close that out. We're going to close the balancing auctions out. We've talked about that. Very cool. Let's jump around and let's quickly check the ecosystem and see where we're at the moment. We're at 289.1 billion total supply. We've got 47.1 billion liquid. Now that obviously includes Dev Wallet, as I always say. So we're probably closer to 44.7, something like that. 44.7 billion, and we got 242 billion stakes, which is ginormous. So that's pretty amazing. We're about 74% staked. Just adjusting it for the wallet there. Crypto ranks 795, 25,207 stakes. We got 9.29 million as the average stake size. So if that compares to whatever you might have staked, you can give you a good idea. Average stake length is 2,438 days, which is pretty amazing, about 6.7 years, something like that. And market cap 10.48, so we're down from yesterday, obviously with the pullback in Ethereum, a pullback in Axion price as well. Share rate is 1.1684, and that continues to go up. We'll just jump over to the shares, check out the shares at the moment. 609 billion Axion shares. That's how many we've got. That continues to go up, and we're getting a lot of max stakers. So the one thing that is consistent, well, we've got 2 things that are quite consistent. The max stakers, very consistent, and the regular auction selling out are pretty consistent. So VCAs probably need a bit of work, and that may be to do. We've got a few, going to need a suite of solutions to enhance that, as it were. But some things have started, obviously. We saw that Twitter campaign. It's pretty cool. But that's where we're at, folks. All right, so we got 6-7 minutes to go, and there is where we're at. That's my new phrase. That's where we're at. So cool. All right, so we have a little price there. Nothing happened there. We're still a bit of a sell there when I just opened it up. How about that? Someone just sold a 74 million Axion, and that's the price is now 0001639. How about that? Just log on there. All right, let's jump over to the general chat. Nothing happening there I can see. Let's have a quick check. We might actually we're going to check that out in the second when we open up VCA49. We're almost at 50 VCAs. Can you believe it? That's incredible stuff. So we're going to open up the VCA49 pretty shortly. We'll come back here and we'll actually look at Punky's comments today, see whether we get any insights from Punky, who's the strategy director. That will also be useful as well. All right, let's just jump back to the auction. 6 minutes to go, folks. Hope you guys are having fun. Get yourself a drink, relax, get into the convo. Let's hear from you. It's always great. SP's in the house. Happy Mega VCA Suit Man. Go get a Saturday evening drink. I've got to do that. I'll probably, otherwise I might better stop being able to speak, and that wouldn't be cool. Alex says, hi, Patricia Steer and everyone lurking and listening in. Hey, Alex, you can't lurk and listen in. You're a moderator. You are the chief moderator. There we are. You've just been promoted to chief, Alex. You can't just lurk around. You are the chief moderator. How about that? All right, so Kevin Wilson, hi, Patricia Steer, and that's from Kevin. And Alex says, smash that like button if you haven't already. Absolutely smash it. Let's have a look at the number of likes. I got 13 people watching at the moment. We had about 15 just a minute ago. We've got 8 likes there, so smash that like button, hit the bell, of course, and get into it. Share, of course, as well. Let's have a quick look. SB's in the house. Did you see that message on Discord of someone in Ireland doing out-of-home communication? Jeff, I think was their name. It is awesome. Out-of-home communication. In Discord, someone doing in Ireland. Okay, I know who Jeff is. I'm just going to check. We'll have to check that out. Let us know if you've got any more details on that. Patricia says, hi, SB. Hi, Patricia says, SB. And Patricia's got the famous flamingo dancer on there. Very nice. I love that little icon. As you know, I love dancing. So there we are. All right, let's quickly check the one. We've got 4 minutes to go. We're definitely going to check out Jeff. We'll have to check out Jeff. I don't know how long ago that was. Jeff. I'll have to search for Jeff later, but we'll do that after we look at Punky's update, see if we got any interesting comments there from Punky. All right, let me not jump away from the auction. We have 4 minutes to go. Here we go. 4 minutes, 4.2 ETH in there. Let's see whether we get any more in there. We're at 2% or 14% of a regular VCA. So we'll see how we get on. So if we go back slightly to previous ones, our last VCA we're at 16. The one before that we're at 12.35. And what was the one before that? 2.27. So we're actually better than 2. This won't be our lowest result in VCA. We've had two VCAs have been around 2.2. The last one was in May. Yeah, the last one was in May. So yeah, May the 29th was that last one. So 1 and so this is actually not this will be the 3rd lowest day, I think, from memory. I haven't gone through back every page, but I think that's correct. So this would be, at this current rate, if we finish at this end, that'd be the 3rd lowest VCA, not the lowest. So if you thought it was the lowest, it's not going to be the lowest. It'll be the 3rd lowest. Does that help? Does it help? I don't know. So we've got 3 minutes to go, and we're looking at the 3rd lowest, but we've got 4.2 in there, and we've also got the wrap Bitcoin divs, which is, we've got some dividends, that's for sure. All right, so very nice there. A lot of bit of comedy there for the hour. And Patricia's got KFC. Oh man, Patricia, cut it out, Patricia. Cut it out. So you got KFC there for Patricia. Oh man, am I going to end up eating KFC today? Who knows? But Patricia likes burritos. Patricia likes burritos. No, actually, Patricia likes fine dining. That's what we've all been told. And I think Patricia confirmed that she likes fine dining. So that's how they roll on Axion Today Show. It's like the upper class on Axion Today Show, and here you're down with the blue collar workers. That's what I like to think, the blue collar workers on this channel. All right, jokes aside, we've got 2 minutes left. I should do our I don't know. Have you seen that? Who was it? not Eddie Murphy, but another comic. Used to hang out with Michael Jackson. Chris Tucker. He does a whole session about his friendship with Michael Jackson, and he copies Michael Jackson. It's just masterful. So if you haven't seen that, you want a good laugh, look up Chris Tucker and Michael Jackson. He copies him, and it's just a brilliant piece. And one of the comics parts is where Michael Jackson calls him Christmas. And he goes, why are you calling me Christmas? And he says, oh, it kind of sounds cool, Christmas. But it's pretty hilarious. I'll let you watch it. It's a pretty hilarious scene. All right, so yeah, we've got a minute to go. Just counting it down. 4.2 ETH in there, and we're going nicely. Hey, we've got it garnering a little following here. What's this? Patricia's put in something, a beer versus a bottle of wine. Yeah, well, my favorite is actually champagne. I love champagne. That is my favorite any day, but I have to, that's the last time I had champagne would have been years and years ago, but I certainly like that. I like the bubble sparkles, but a nice light beer. I like light beer. Drink a light beer, but heavy beer is a bit too much for me. But light beer is cool. Hey, boom, we just jumped. Woohoo! Yeah, we got some activity. Got to do the YMCA. Now we're talking. We're up to 8.95. There we are. And we're in the last minute too. We got sniped. I love it when we finally get sniped. It gives you a bit of energy, bit of raw. Actually, I have got a little coffee here, but it's a little bit old. So I'm probably an hour too old. It's a bit cold. Not old, but cold. So yeah, 8.95. Woohoo! Shout that out. Nice one there. This is champagne, which I love too. Nice. Patricia says big thumbs up there, and a whole ton of money bags. Money bags. Big bags full. Yeah, we've got 10 seconds to go. Looking good, folks. 8.95. That was a nice little jump, wasn't it? From 4 point whatever. So 8.95 divided by 28.9, I think it was. I think I've changed my numbers around. 8.95 divided by, I'm really botching the maths now. Let's go to the general chat and let's do it there. It's easy to do it, isn't it? Oh, Rick's already done it, I think. Rick's already done it. So we're at 4.37 sold out. There we are, folks. That's of the total VCA. Let's have a quick look at the dividends. So we're at 0.43 wrap Bitcoin, and that's $13,700. In total, we bought half of Bitcoin. So that's the total amount of Bitcoin that was bought. 85% goes to stakers, so that's 0.43. I'm not sure if we actually had the bidder. That will probably take a minute to come in. So let's do 8.95, and let's divide that by 29.8. 29.8, and that gives us 30% sold of a normal VCA 500 million. So they're at 30% sold for a normal one, but we're 4.37% sold out of the total VCA, which had seven VCAs in it. So 30% versus, you get it. All right, so very cool. All right, so we'll jump back to there. We're going to wait for this to refresh. Obviously, we've got this other regular auction coming up. Now, remember, the rest of it will go to, we can actually work out the rest of it will go to next Friday's VCA, which becomes a super mega, mega or super mega. You decide. Let me know in the chat. Is it going to be a mega or super mega VCA next Friday? Let me know, because that's pretty important. So we're going to have, obviously, we've got 210 minus, let's say 9, and so 201 times, let's say 16.92. That would give us, okay, so 3.4 billion is going to roll over to next Friday. There we are, folks. So it's going to be, is it going to be a mega or a super mega VCA next week? Because it could be close to 4 billion next week. We'll see. Or it could be slightly over, depending on what happens to the rest of the VCAs. All right, so before we refresh this page, let's go 8.95 times 16.92. You guessed it. So we sold 150. Did I get that right? We sold 100. Maybe I got that wrong. We're going to sell 151 million Axion today. 151 million was sold. I think I might have done something wrong with my maths there before. -9. Or did I? No, I think I did it right. 16.92. Let's do it again. Yeah, okay, so I got it right. So there we are. Cool. Let's refresh. Let's refresh and see how we're going. Boom, we're going to do it. Here we go. Hold on to everything. It's going to be earthquake. Boom. New VCA 49 started. Woo! Well, actually, 3 minutes in, but VCA 49 started. We got 516 million Axion, $56,500 is what we've got in there, and we need 31.29 ETH to sell it out, and we're currently prices at 0001058.7. So there we are. We're just skimming along the bottom of price at the moment, and this is where we're at with the auction, and we need $56,500 to sell it out. I don't know. You feeling confident? Let me know in the chat. Let's see what happens in the first hour, because we're going to be covering this at least the next 45 minutes to an hour on the live stream. So, well, at least the sort of first hour. So maybe 55 minutes left or something like that. I might have to pop out and quickly get a drink, of course. So you might have to give me some grace period for that. But that's it. Let's go back up here. We've got Patricia's here. It's got the champagne and the beer. And I love the champagne. That is champagne, which I love too. And I do too. So we got, yep, not money bags, and I predict a whale will buy the entire 4 billion next Friday. That's interesting. That's possible, you know, everybody. That's possible. I know that there's one or two out there that can have talked about it, so we'll see what happens. Food TV's in the house. Hey, Food TV, good to see you. I see Food TV on all the chats everywhere. Nice to see Food TV in the house. Sold out. No, not quite sold out there. We did 30% of a regular VCA, and we did 4.37% of the Omega VCA, which had almost 3.5 billion in it. So there we are. It was the I don't know if it was maybe the third lowest day or fourth lowest day. I have to check back on all the previous ones, but that's probably not useful to do that. So, but certainly it wasn't the lowest day. That's for sure. All right, so this one here obviously is a regular VCA, plus it's got 16 million in penalties. So this is from unstakers. We saw that earlier, some stakers, didn't we? So we've reset on the Axion Today page as well. We can go down to the activity page, and we can actually check out and see the penalties. We went back earlier. We had a couple of early unstakes. So here we are. There we are. That's where your big penalty was. See, that's why it's good to watch this channel, because we check out the details that matter. So we know that someone here that was a whale, not just any investor, a whale, a ginormous whale. We know we haven't got many of those. Whale here, early unstake, 180 million principal, $19,700. They were staked. They served 224 days out of 240. They were almost finished. Another 2 weeks, and they withdrew 202 million. Is what they were drawn. They got a penalty of 14.3. So they are still in the money, weren't they? Still in the money. 180 is now 202. So they could pay that penalty. They could get away with that. Wonder what they did though. You can click the link. If you've got this link to this page, you can actually go and check out what have they done with that. I'm not going to bother with that. I wonder where they are. Maybe I should bother. Who knows? I'll leave that one anyway. So that was 14, and we know that the other amounts came from this one here. We had a crab. It became a shrimp, and they early unstaked, and there's 500,000 there. And we had this fish here early unstaked. We got $1 million there, and that's how we got that 16 million. That's how we roll. You found out the details. That's right. That's how we got that 16 million in addition to the 500 million, which is the standard amount for a regular auction. Very cool. And we got what are we, 7 minutes in and checking it out. All right. Let's go into the house here. I heard you screaming. I thought it was sold out. It's Food TV. Where were you? Were you in the kitchen, Food TV? Is that where you work, since your name is Food TV? So I bet Food TV you watch like a Food TV channel. Let me know in the chat if I'm right about that. You watch a Food TV channel, and that's why you're called Food TV. Let me know. John Atkins says the VCA that just ended was much better than the two worst VCAs. It was much better, John. I'm with you on that one. A big shout out to John there. Very cool. Hey, I'm going to take just a minute or two, and I'm going to go and quickly get a drink, and I'll be back. Don't go anywhere, folks. We're in the opening hour of a VCA number 49. One more away from 50 VCAs, which is pretty epic. I'll join you soon. A moment. I've got to get out of this chair very carefully. Let's go. Let's do it. And I'm back. And I'm back. There we are. All right. Whew. That was a bit of workout too. All right. I do love food. Food TV. Yeah. I watch a lot of Gordon Ramsay shows. I love, even though he can swear a lot, I do enjoy his cooking shows. Food TV, I love different country food. Yeah, me too. But not the countries that eat the insects. I don't like the insect ones. Like they go to markets and all those insects, different insects in the market. Ugh. No, I can't eat that. John Atkins, these are my figures for comparison. 30th of May, 000207, 20th of June, 000233 today, 00346. That's a good one, John. All right. There we are. So I love your data capture there, John. All right, 30.52 is what we're after. 55,000 is what we're seeking to sell out today in 24 hours. We're just 10 minutes in. Let's see if we get any ETH entering in the beginning, the sniping hour. We're currently sitting at just a similar auction price, so 16.9 million Axion per ETH. Plus, people obviously get these bonuses, bidding in 10% wrap Bitcoin and up to 20% Axion bonus when they withdraw on stake. That doesn't include, of course, longer pays better, which is up over 300% on your shares as opposed to Axion. Because when you make a stake, you swap your Axion basically for shares. I'll get the hiccups now. There we are. Cheers. Cheers. All right. Let's quickly go and check out that. That's our end result that we had yesterday. We'll actually jump forward in time. There already, that's our future VCA, mega or super. I don't know if anyone commented whether it was going to be a mega or a super mega VCA. Let me know. Still got time. Maybe I should make that a poll. Super or mega. I might just do that for fun. Who knows? So 2.3 billion Axion in there at the moment, but that's going to keep climbing to at least 4.9. No, 3.9. At least 3.9. So we'll see how we go. But we've got how many VCAs between that? We've got 1, 2, and today. So we've got 3 VCAs in between that. So we'll see whether that pops over 4 billion or not by that time. All depends where we sell out these VCAs in between. That would be very bullish if we sold out the VCAs in between. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes this week. Sentiment might change as well in the markets. We just don't know what the markets can do. Once it starts moving up, you get a bit of that sentiment. Depends on the pace of too. Sometimes when it jumps very fast, then it actually distracts from people entering in because they're making US dollar gains. That's what they're after. So it's just you get a mixed bag there. But then, of course, people sitting on the sidelines, they may decide to then start getting active again, and then you get the economic motion, that velocity going in the marketplace. John Atkins says those dates are for when the auction ends, which in the UK is the day after they start. Right. 20th of June, the day after they start, yep. Yeah, so 30th of May date's really the worst one, isn't it, John? All right. We are 12 minutes in. 12 minutes in, yeah. Yeah, we're going good. All right, we've got the price here sitting at 000105. So still skimming along the bottom. If we go to the daily chart, we'll check that out. And go to the daily chart. Let's wait for that to update. Now those orange lines are the Bollinger Bands. If you're familiar with that, that's the bottom of the Bollinger Band shows you 5% of the price action, and the top, the 95% quartile. And so we're just sitting in the bottom half of that band at the moment. This is on the daily. We'll just switch that out. This is the whole timeline, and yeah, this is our optimistic upside. Obviously, we are just down near the bottom at the beginning when Axion launched. So certainly hitting the bottom. Typically, that's when you buy. You buy typically at the bottom. Because obviously you're going to make the most gains when it eventually, all going well, moves up. And we've got lots of good news coming up in the future, so we should get some movement at some stage. That's what we're talking about, but we have to wait and let the market do its thing. All right, and obviously Axion version 3 is coming out. Like I say, it's going to go to testnet. I haven't actually seen much on that, so we'll check that out. But what I wanted to do in this hour was I wanted to check out some of Punky's comments and see whether we've got any insights from him on stuff that's happening within the team. Sometimes we get a few insights. Now, he does go under 2 aliases at the moment, so not sure if that's the right one. So, no, that's not the right one. Let me just go here. I think I saw it. We've got Pullen in there as well. Pullen's in the chat, so and I haven't seen Pullen there for a little while actually. So Punky Belster, there we are. So Punky Belster, be kind, that's the one. So maybe the other one was an imposter. Let's just scroll back here. Just going to go through today's comments actually. Let's have a quick look. I don't know how many comments the Punky's been making, but we'll jump through those. He may have been on all day. Now he's got a new place, a new studio, so let's have a quick look here. We're going up, so bear with me on this one. Right, so here we are. Looks like we are closing at around 31. Doing an awesome charity move. So that's for the Direwolf fundraiser, which was 50,000. So it looks like they closed at about 31,000. You know what, 60%. So not too bad, particularly under the current market conditions. That's not too bad. For sure, the current rollover is great example. It's built up over A vote. For the auctions and then went down over a week. Then B, the recent collapse of the market. The auctions will always sell out over time. They are designed that way. Chick penned messages from months ago to confirm. That's a quite interesting comment. So just talking about the auctions selling out. The question was, every time the market is in red, auctions sell very little. I think people always wait for green positions to reinvest in other projects like Axion. In my opinion, this is when the opportunity is missed, as they will invest by spending more money and getting less shares. But this is just my point of view. I've always tried to invest when the market is down. So that was that one. Then Punky's reply was, for sure, the current rollover is great. It is built up over A, the vote period for the auctions, and then when went down over a week. Then B, with the recent collapse of the market, the auctions will always sell well over time. So that's kind of the general sentiment. Let's quickly check, see the markets there, see no ETH in there. Don't want to get caught out, of course, if the ETH comes in and I'm talking about something else. Let's quickly check the chat there. Lamzo's in the house. Hey, Lamzo. Hey, Superman in chat. Good to see Lamzo in the house. I wonder if we can eat up the full mega VCA Friday spillover when VCA V3 comes out. That's true, Lamzo. We'll get a lot of excitement with that, and it's not just the profound change that's going to do with the ETH fees on the platform. It's really about the new products and stuff it's going to be able to open up. So I think that's going to be a big deal. Patricia says hi, Lamzo, and hi, Food TV says Patricia. So hi from Patricia. Very cool. All right, let's keep going. Don't concern yourself with day-to-day prices or even day-to-day auction sales. We are a lifetime project with the ability to act as a community. Let's act like a team. So there's a bit of upbeat stuff from there from Punky. From March, the auctions will always sell out as long as Axion is being actively traded. Interesting. The entire market volume level is down. This happens. Stoked for this mega auction, whether it goes away in the next 2 weeks or not. We have an upcoming partners who will love it. Interesting. How about that? Okay. So what does that mean? Oh, right. That's quite elusive. Is that elusive? Is that the right word? That's interesting. Stoked for this mega auction, whether it goes away in the next 2 weeks or not. Obviously, we know it's going to be a mega or a super mega next week. We have an upcoming partners who will love it. Interesting. Really? Oh, okay. That's interesting comment. All right. So that comes back to, where does it come back to? Someone else made that comment earlier. Where does it come back to? The comment that we had. Here we are. So John Atkins says, I predict a whale will buy the entire 4 billion next week. So that's an interesting relationship between, maybe not directly, but it's kind of the same big buy scenario. So this is one of the scenarios. One of the scenarios is that you get a big investor comes in and transforms not only Uniswap, but also the auctions. And that's a possibility if you get the right buyer in, right? Or set of buyers. It may be a conglomerate. Because the other way, of course, is you've got to do it is you've got to offer products that deal with the particular solutions, that offer solutions to particular problems. The other side of it, of course, is that particularly in the certificate of deposit, is that you just need a big buyer to soak up the liquidity, right? That's it. And whether it's being on in the auctions or on Uniswap. So both of those are quite separate issues, but related to each other. They support each other. So particularly the Uniswap one supports the auction as well. It's probably ultimately more important. So getting that liquidity brought up, and if you had a big investor like Cornerstone investor, that or consortium, that would do it. So stoked for this mega auction. That was an interesting comment there. So see what I mean by looking at these comments, see whether we get any insights, and I think that's interesting. Upcoming partners who will love it, and like we said, we do have more Axion launch partners coming up, at least one or two. So this is it's got an S on there, that's plural. So it looks like it. So interesting stuff. Good thing you watch this live stream so that we can go through some of this. Not exactly different, just an opportunity for the ecosystem. Each time we have a mega auction, we have a chance to pair it with an upcoming events to build hype. In the case of the current rollover, we have a current partnership coming that will be an exciting one to try out this mega auction. Gelfling. Look back in history, every time we have huge rollovers, people panic and want to make rash decisions. Every time they sell out. Yes, that's true. We have had that. Remember, we had the 3 billion, then it's pretty much sold out, and then we had we're back in a couple of weeks later. So he's kind of right so far. I mean, empirically, we have had these build-ups and mega auctions getting sold out and catching up again. So interesting stuff. Obviously, we also got the board of investors. So I'm not sure exactly what they do. I know nothing. I know no more than what you do, unless you're actually in the board of investors. You know something. I know zero about them. I never ask about them. I don't know anything about them, and I'm happy about that. I just know that they're supporting the community. That's what they want to do, and good power to them. So VCA get the sum total rollover, and so it's very healthy. It's just we will notice it most. And then I think we're just, is my mouse died, or is that where we're up to? Check the pin initiatives, market changes fast and a lot. Axion is here for the long haul. You absolute legend. I don't know what that's referring to. Yeah, the fact it's grand attitude. That's from Jeff, which comes back to some of the comments that someone made. Let's have a quick look down here. Jeff. Someone talked about Jeff. So we're going to check that out. Let me just go back to the auction, make sure no ETH's going in there. No ETH is in there. We're 21 minutes in. No ETH in so far. So just double checking there. Once again, if you see some ETH going in there before me, let me know in the chat, because I'm just going through these insightful comments, because obviously if you're invested in Axion, it's good to see what the strategy director is saying in the chat, and you may not get to read them all. So that's why we go through them every now and then, especially if I see that the strategy director's making comments, a lot of comments. And I hadn't read any of these, so I'm just reading them in real time with you. Keeping it real on Axion Token. It's almost my jingle, keeping it real. All right, so VCA gets the sum total rollover, and so is actually very healthy. It's just where you will notice it most. Of course, the number gets pretty big sometimes, right? So that's the thing. All right, so Jeff is in the chat there, so we're going to go back and check some of that. That's where that's at. So let's go. I think we're on page 1. Let's go to page 2. Let's go to page 1, and we'll get the final comments of the strategy director. Financial books are okay. I'm more into how Brian processes information to make the decision. I'm not sure what that's referring to. We can see there. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, maybe. That's all about assets. You've got income earning assets. That's it. You don't have to buy the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. You got rich income earning assets. That's it. That's what you need to know. That's the book. You don't have to read the whole book. Just have income earning assets. That's it. That's pretty much it. So if you're spending and wasting your money on lots of consumer products, then you're not going to have any money. That's it. Right. So that's the fucking one. It's not rocket science. It's quite anyway. You should. It's absolutely phenomenal. Read how humans process statistical data. I'm not sure what that's on about. Right. So what's philosophy star? I'm just moving through this. There's a couple of general topics. Come through there, and some really innovative ways to use these mega auctions as tools for growth. We have amazing products for when it comes back into the market. So this is stuff that's coming up, folks. So this is some of the stuff we're looking at. Money's on the sidelines right now, mate. And that's one of the factors I said, is that there's probably money on the sidelines, but whenever the market has shock like this, pulls into bearish position. V3 opens up all sorts of possibilities. And that's the thing. That's what I said to you about, it's really, even though the gas thing is awesome, and it's going to be the only project on Ethereum with a solution like that. And that's awesome by itself, but it's actually the products that are opening up onto it that's going to offer a lot of upside and excitement, and get that price moving up as well. They are well balanced, and we need plans and have some to try out. with these ups and downs. Very cool. And this will happen forever. Build ups and auctions. It's impossible that the market always wants to buy all the tokens. That's a good point. Good point. You'd have to have a pretty steady amount of investors coming in, which it could do. You can do that. You can have situations where you get that, but that's really the holy grail, isn't it? But when they all buy them all, it's just not like anything else in crypto and finance. So I don't know what she's replying to there. Yeah, for sure. That's why a taper is built in, not needed for this low price, though for sure. Let's jump up there. We're almost there. You see it on all the launch platforms as well, available for one. Regulars didn't hit yesterday either. It's just a volume on a market issue, mate. Yeah, and volume change. Yeah, so it didn't hit yesterday, but it was pretty high. I mean, I think we were over 80%. So though just about all our regulars just about hit, but yesterday was slightly under. So that's it. That's I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was we got a couple of insights in there. That's pretty nice. Let's. I'm not sure where we're up to today here. I think we've got a couple of comments in here. Gertz is in the house. Hey, Gertz, good to see you. Hey, welcome to the live stream. We're on our second VCA 49. Can you believe it? We're almost at 50. Mind blown. 50 VCAs almost. That's the next one coming up in 2 days. Very nice. And Gertz, yeah, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is on my book list. Yeah, nice one. I just gave you the answer. Income producing assets. All right, Gertz last week was watching Robert's videos. Yeah, he's entertaining, but you got to remember he's already rich. So you got to take that into account. A lot of his stuff. He sees a lot of stuff. He's hilarious. I mean, he's good. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all good, but it's just quite funny. That, if you break it down, it's just common sense. But anyway, Trish says, "Hey, Gertz Lipton's, yep, cool." I guess the other factor he does talk about is tax. Taking tax advantages. That's about it. Trish says, "VC, yay, yeah, for sure." And Gertz saying hi there, and I know, says Gertz. Absolutely. I'm not taking that out. I think it's actually a good book. I'm just saying that ultimately it's just, that's what's at. All right, let's have a quick look. We're at 30.89 as our target. We need to get some on in the next opening hour. 30. I always like it when we get some ETH in that opening hour because that makes it more exciting for you guys as well as for me. Because that's when I really wake up when the ETH comes in. Sometimes even do a chicken dance because the Axion Today crew, they're trying to mind control my power, get control of me with mind powers conditioning. Have you seen The Office, the American version of The Office, where Jim and that conditioning? I can't remember the other guy's name. A real funny guy that they always have a rivalry, conditioning him to do certain behaviors. It's pretty hilarious with positive reinforcement stuff. Pretty funny. Can't remember what they were giving him, like little treats and stuff like that. And he didn't even realize he was being mind controlled through that way. I can't remember. Let me know in the chat if you know who the Jim's rival is in The Office. They kind of became best friends as well during the series. All right, I was late to watching it. I only started watching it this year, and I know the program's like 8 years old. So there we are. Just goes to show. When it was on, I never had interest in it. It's quite interesting. All right, so that's where we're at, folks. We're just counting it down. If you want to get in today's VCA, of course, you can use the link in the video description. We'll take you to the portal here. You just hook up your wallet. Up to 70 different wallets can be linked up. Typically, MetaMask is popular, and you can enter your Ethereum in here. I'll show you Ethereum balances. Click Send Max. Goes into the bidding category. Just put your bid in, exact amount, and send bid. It will go in here, and then you'll get a new row item below saying My Bets, and that will give you your position. At the end of 24 hour, you will know the final Axion per ETH, and you'll obviously can withdraw and get the extra bonus in Axion. Of course, if you bid in, you'll get immediately 10% of your Ethereum bid back as Wrapped Bitcoin. So that's how it rolls, and pretty cool. There's just so many incentives to go into the auction. It really is pretty powerful. So many. So of course, the minimum withdrawal is 60 days. Maximum staking period is 5,555 days. That's your staking range. You can see that here in the dialogue. Now, obviously, when you bid into the auction, 85% of the ETH that you bid in is actually used to buy Wrapped Bitcoin back from the market, and that's given back to stakers. So after you end up withdrawing and staking an auction bid, you'll become a staker. So you'll get the benefit from all the future bids into the auction as well. Kind of cool, really. And obviously, you get a minimum 8% return in Axion per year. That's the inflation rate. Dolphin has to stake 93 million for 14 days. Woo! All right, let's jump past there. Dolphin has to stake 65 million after 61. That was the one we just saw. And Shark's just taking out some Bitcoin. let's jump to this activity and see what we've got in the last. We're 30 minutes in already. Can't you believe we're already 30 minutes in? We get the new stake here. A couple of short stakes. Actually, it's unusual. I don't normally observe a lot of short stakes, but that's what we've got at the moment. Got some stakes coming out. That's probably the case. New stake. That was the max shares. Some short stakes there. Short stakes again, and cash out. So not too much, but interesting. All right. Most of the time I just see max share stakes. That's pretty much the majority of stakes I see. So interesting when you see some that's not. All right. Let's have a quickly check of the number of stakers that we've got. Now, this is the league distribution. Now, you'll also see this in Hex. If you're in the Hex, you'll see this distribution as well. And it's based on the number of shares that people have. And we can see we've got 20 whales that are stakes. We've got 184 sharks. We've got we've got 1,122 dolphins, and this has actually increased quite a bit. But this is where I've seen a lot of activity. Particularly the last couple of days, we had the dominating the auctions as well. Dolphins reign supreme, and they've definitely. I haven't got a snapshot. I have to go back. Actually, I could go back and check some of my videos, but definitely it looks like they're starting to getting a bigger position, which is cool. That's kind of like the middle class. We call it the middle class. It's not really, but you know, it kind of is, kind of isn't. And then we've got fish, 3,451 fish. We've got 3,333 crabs, 1,960 shrimps. So pretty cool. Actually, Axion today has. I think they have this works well on an app, or they have a phone app. I don't actually have it myself, but if you've used the Hex, got a stakers app, it's kind of like that. Apparently, works very well on the phone. Very nice. It says, watch your Pulsechain video at night. Are you doing Pulsechain podcasts now as well? Hey, you know what? I've been thinking about the podcasts, so I have been thinking about that. I saw Huddle Dog is on doing all those. He's just started it himself doing podcasts. So his channel's bigger than this channel. I think it's was about 4,000 something now. But we've just gone over 1,700 on this channel. I say we, I'm talking about me. Just gone over 1,700 on this channel. I kind of include Alex with that too, because Alex kind of he's the chief mod. So there. And Alex K says yes, he does. Superman wears many hats. Yeah, so I'm actually trying to do some trend stuff and do other topics, but that way it introduces people to Axion. I do like the topics, of course. I'm only doing stuff I'm interested in. So we're doing Pulsechain, which I think is a big deal, but just by itself, and also doing general crypto. It's kind of where I'm focusing on that. So you'll see me do more. I'm going to do. I've just sort of been improving the general crypto, but I'm going to do a lot more structured ones for that. And that's gonna. I guess you get a lot of views for the Pulsechain, thousands of views for that. So that's actually bringing a lot of people into Axion and introducing them. And I do a soft approach for that, of course. I don't overdo it, and just so it's like a subtle thing. Occasionally, you get a couple of the Hex zealots coming in, Hexagon zealots coming in and doing a few silly things, but we're able to manage that just by deleting their comments. Yeah. That's the way we go. But of course, we're trying to keep open-minded on this channel as well. There's a YouTuber channel, so it is a community promoter as well. So I think it's been a win-win. I actually introduced thousands of new views from different communities. That's really the main thing to draw in. So just playing as a community promoter, playing my role in that that part. That's why I keep saying it's good to see new channels like Crypto Casino starting up. He's getting over 200 subscribers already, and so get out and support his channel. It's one of the recommended ones on here, promoting Axion and all the Axion launch platforms. So that's another YouTube channel that's growing. So you've got Axion today, you got Axion token, you've got Crypto Casino, and I'm sure there's one or two others that are around emerging. And we want to keep building that out. I'd like to see at least, if we imagine we had 10 channels all pumping out Axion content, were really cool, just on YouTube alone, because YouTube's obviously huge, and then other platforms too. So this obviously going out to other platforms as well. So going out to Odyssey. Odyssey is really cool, but the one thing challenge with Odyssey is that you need LBC tokens, so I need to probably look at that and doing some heavy stakes on there. But I'm pretty sure that you need quite a few. Although the price is a lot cheaper now, I might actually double consider doing some staking. You stake the videos and it ranks you up, and you can get some access there. I think they're in multi-million. I think they've got a multi-million users on there now on Odyssey. That's really free speech platform. I really don't like the standard tech ones, like even YouTube. But I have, you have to use YouTube because it's just there's so many people on it. But I have to separate out the commercial from the the political. So I have to, be disciplined around that. But yeah, that's the case. Also, there's heaps of other platforms. So also on mine. So this video feeds automatically to Odyssey after it's recorded. Also feeds automatically to Mines after it's recorded. Also feeds. I think goes somewhere else. Just that's right. So we're live streaming as well at the moment to DLive. So that's live streaming. So we can actually see that on DLive. Let me pull that up and promoting. So really trying to get that promotion up. I do a lot more clever stuff. So here we are on DLive. Let me just. It's going to. I open this up on Exo. It's still on Exos. Let me just pull this up. Hopefully it won't collapse the. Just close down everything else. My channel. So you can see it's live streaming on DLive here. So let's put a look. So we're live streaming here on DLive. Obviously we've got no views at the moment, but it takes a little while to get up and running on DLive. So you just got to keep pumping it out. But just started back up on that. Look at that infiniteness. Yeah, we love infinite. So very cool. All right, so what else? Also on Odyssey, it's Axion token. Also on other channel, there's other stuff I'm supposed to get up on. I've actually registered. I just haven't got them activated yet. So need to do that. And so you can see Axion token on Odyssey. And that's actually getting up. So we're up to 14 followers. So that's just slow build. It's one of those things you just slow, consistent, and it starts to, you get that sort of more parabolic rise after a while. So that's going. I actually really like the Odyssey platform. You can live stream on here too, so we'll actually get that up and running as well. But just slowly climbing there, and I probably need to do some staking on here, and that's the difference. Whereas YouTube's kind of you're trying to play the algorithms, so it's a little different. Good question for sure. Gert says that's why he's called Superman. Does everything. Yeah, absolutely. And Gert's Casino, Crypto Casino. Yep. Gert says, what is the real casino? Gambling your crypto away? I don't know. That's just what his name's called. But he does a good job. Yeah. I mean, I've got the second biggest Bet Fury YouTube channel as well. So I do videos for that. So I don't know if you've seen that on the chat. I haven't actually cross promoted that on here, but maybe I might do one video on it. Let's see. So very cool. All right, so that's what's happening. Let's go back to the auction. We're up to above here. So we've got 36 minutes into the opening hour. It's a 24-hour auction. This is VCA number 49, and we've got 516 million Axion up for grab, 54,000 US dollars. We'll see whether we get some ETH in the next 23 minutes, but of course, 24 hours to go, so quite a long way. And obviously, there's all these beautiful bonuses: 10% wrap Bitcoin cashback, and also up to 20% Axion bonus for staking. 6% for 350 days and 20% for 5,555 days. I do wish that 5,555 days was actually easier to say, but it's actually probably the most toughest thing to say on this whole live stream, is saying 5,555 days. I don't know if you remember at the beginning, I used to really struggle going 55555 or something like that. So it's pretty hard. And if you try to say it 3 times in a row, it's really hard. If you try to say it backwards 3 times in a row, that's hard too. That's a little joke there, but anyway. All right, so that's where I don't know. I was going to do a little. What was my poll? It's all right, my poll. Let's do this. All right. Should next Friday be called mega, or super mega? Let's have a look. It's probably easier to fill out than making comments, right? Mega VCA. Should next Friday be called mega or super mega VCA? So look, mega. Let me just copy that just a moment. All right, boom, and super mega. All right, so I'm only giving 2 choices. That's it. There we go. Boom. We're going to ask. All right, you can fill this out. This is easier to fill out. So you've got a poll there. I'm not even sure if I can fill it out. So it should next. Maybe the question's not perfectly right, but should the next Friday be called mega or super mega VCA? Because that's what I'm going to put on the title of the video, I guess. So there we go. I've got 1 vote, mega, 1 vote already. So I'll see how that goes. We've got about 20 minutes to go before I close that vote. So get on that vote. I know we've got 12 people watching. We've had maybe 15 to 16 watching at some stage. So make sure you fill out that vote. 2 votes in there. Mega's taking the lead. So very cool. We'll see what that is at the end. Very nice. I do like that poll feature. It's pretty cool. That's the third poll ever on this channel. It took me a while. I didn't even think about it being there for a while, which is, you know, pretty hilarious. Alex says Cuatro Cinco. Yeah, what's that from? Oh, Cuatro Cinco is from the like gambling, isn't it? Cinco. Only 8.95 ETH went in yesterday's auction. Gert said, yeah, that's right. So it was 4.37% of the total of VCA, which had 7 VCAs in it. Remember, 500 million, so 3.5 billion, just about. And that's 30% of a standard VCA. And as John pointed out above, it's actually, you know, definitely not the worst day. It looks like 30th of May was the lowest day we had for VCA. But as we saw with Punky's comments, you know, we get ebbs and flows. We had 3 billion. Was it 2-3 weeks ago? I think 3 weeks ago, was it? And that got sold out, remember? Pretty close to. I think it was only a couple million left, I think, from memory. So let's go back. I think we got that in the chat there. So we're at 21 minutes to go, folks, in the opening hour. So I hope you guys are having a good time. Make sure you grab a drink, sit back, relax, get into that chat. We always like to hear from you, of course. We know that if you're from the northern hemisphere, it can probably be quite late, maybe 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. So you're super troopers to be up watching, but I really do appreciate your attendance. And obviously the auctions are a lot of fun and entertaining as well. And you get to meet your community friends that are also in Axion as well. If you're new to Axion, of course, subscribe, like, and smash that bell button and share the video if you can. We've got 21 minutes to go. We're going good. All right, where's it going off to now? I was going to go back into the history of time. Let's go back. I think we had we got the time here. We had 3 billion in there. Was it the one I was referring to? Was I wrong in my justification there? We had 3. Okay, so maybe we didn't sell out 3. We had 56 ETH in there. It certainly did well. Maybe it's because it sold out 2 VCAs. That's what maybe my intention. That's why I want to go back to make sure I was saying the right thing. Most important to me is to be accurate. So that was that. We sold out 2 VCAs. So we on that day, just over. I think it was 1.1, like that. So there we are. 1.15 or something like that. Or 2.15 VCAs. I'm just going back there to see what other mega VCAs there were. 1.1. Yeah, so we did have an accumulation. They weren't that big before, were they? Then we got 3 billion, and we did sell out 1.1. So that was actually pretty good. That's like 2.15 VCAs or something. And then we've had obviously 2.5, and we had 3.5, which we just finished. And then let's have a look at next week. We're at 2.3, and that will obviously get closer to about 3.9. But it all depends on what happens in the next 3 VCAs, because there's 1, 2, and the one we've got on at the moment. So we'll see how we go. It's a long way to go to Tipperary. That didn't even sound right, but anyway. All right, let's quickly go into the chat here. Cuatro Cinco, 4 5s, a lazy way to say 5555. Okay, Cuatro Cinco, that's cool. I'm not sure how many people will understand me when I say that, of course, but that is a cool summary. If the VCA hit 5 billion, it should be called the Colossus. Yeah, nice. I like that. VCA hits 5 billion, it should be called the Colossus. That's cool. And I'll keep that in mind, SB, for sure. Hey, I'm a bit late. John Robertson's in the house. Hey, John, good to see you. You're a bit late for sure, but we've still got 18 minutes to go. So you're just in time for a chat. So get in there, make a few comments. Let us know whether you've got having a beer tonight or something, or in the morning. And Kurt says Grande, yeah. What's that? That's that singer, isn't it? Grande, somebody Grande, pop singer. Right, don't forget to do the poll. We've got a poll on the moment. Should next Friday be called Mega or Super Mega VCA? So we've got. We'll wait and see what that poll finalizes at the end. That's going to be the title of next Friday's video. I think we've got a comment in there from Alex. Alex, BTC versus ETH keeps dropping. Where do we re-enter? That's true. Was it 25, 24? Gert says big. Yeah, in Spanish. Grande. Yeah. We talked about Spanish yesterday, didn't we? Thinking of Spanish, let's go to the Axion.network. And let's update that. we've got attached here, we've got the Axion today, so Axion Networks website, we've got actually Spanish down here. We'll click that and boom, this will update and we're in the Espanol. Very cool. So, interrupción de la industria financiera tradicional. Sin plazo mínimo. So there's a Kiwi trying to learn Spanish live on screen. All right, so pretty nice. I love those. That picture's beautiful. Man, I would love to walk through there and splash in that water. Tell you what, I do love water sports, that's for sure. Back in the day. Oh, let's quickly check the general. We've got a couple of comments on there, general. Let's close out of there. I don't know if Pullen's been in the house there, but let's have a look. Let's go Pullen actually. Boom, let's jump in there and see if Pullen's said anything interesting. Obviously, Pullen's head of marketing now, so we'll quickly check that. Don't know. We're going to have many today. Let's go, Jack. Jump back there. Pullen was, I think, a head moderator, wasn't he? So it might take him a little while to stop being head moderator. Sometimes when you're transitioning between roles, it can be a bit hard to get out of the previous one. You know, when you're doing roles, it's quite normal human behavior. I'm not sure what that. Oh, so that's previous days. So yeah, nothing to worry about. We expect rollovers. I wish I had even one ETH spirit. My last couple of ETH went on the glorious dip we had. Nice one, nice one. Maybe we should be giving away tickets. People have been getting very close, if not over the estimate so far. All regular auctions are selling out as many of the many of the VCAs, but some VCAs are not sold out yet. But they roll over, meaning as long as they rolled over amount sells out at some point in the future, stakers will get roughly what the calculator suggested. That's true. All right, so that was that one, and then that's not too bad. I like seeing these comments from the leadership team of Axion. It appears you have literally just joined the Discord and instantly filling. You get that, don't you? That's crypto for you. Fair enough. Just please bear in mind that the new investors come into this Discord before investing. They read your comments. They're not likely to invest, which happens to every project. Every project gets those people, but they are annoying when they come in and do that straight away. So now, as they we're reduced to allow the VCA auctions, and then the calendar is based on two transaction Axions being sold out. Okay, and the auctions each week. So that's the calculator. 2 total Axion. Okay, 2 trillion. 2 trillion. Yeah. 2. I don't know what that is supposed to be. Sure, some weeks we sell out less than that. Some weeks we sell more. It is impossible to accurately predict the future, sadly, and please never invest more than you can afford to lose. Crypto, please, That being said, we intend for this token to be successful and to be around much longer than 15 years. Nice one, like that. That's odd. That everyone would be getting the same. If one person's 100, that's interesting. About that, decide to invest. We'll jump through that. Yeah, talking about that big stake that we had. This was 30th March. Someone staked $800,000 worth of Axion. Yeah, that was pretty awesome. Look at that. And 1.3, that was pretty nice. Max shared. Same thing. What happens? It always does. Price goes down. We get tons of FUD. People complain left and right. That's true. Price recovers and starts pumping. Many of those who were FUDding start publicly moaning that they didn't buy the dip and are upset with themselves. And that's true too. That's crypto for you. Damn. When I looked at the first one, I thought it was real. So there's a couple of comments there. Just jumping through that. So yeah, that's a few little comments there from Pullen, obviously head of marketing now. So nice to see that. All right, let's jump to the present. Check that out. We're going to obviously go into the auction again and see whether we've got anything there. 12 minutes. Let's just refresh this and see whether they're catching anything that's happened there. And I'll jump back to the comments in a minute. Don't forget to fill out the poll that I've got in there. Just add that in a little while ago. We'll see what either the title is going to be for next week's Friday video. That should be a bit of fun. And once again, grab a drink. Cheers to you all. Very cool. All right, 12 minutes and 20 minutes ago. Still no ETH in the opening hour, but you never know, do you? Yesterday, it came in after I did the live stream, so that's just how it works sometimes. John Robinson says, when I chatted with my Thai girlfriend, she was writing 5555 at me all the time. Didn't have a clue what she meant. Huh. Is that back to the Quattro Cinco? 5555. 5555. I don't have a clue. I'm not quite, John, you're going to have to explain that to me because I'm not fully get that. I like how it relax and divs, it does not need translation. Yeah, that's I guess that's true. Let's jump back there to there. Where was that? The relax and div somewhere? Is that in here? Somewhere like that? I'm not sure. Relax and div somewhere. I'm not sure. I may have missed it. It's hard to see it sometimes when you're scrolling the screen. But anyway, so there's lots of languages on there anyway, Danish, all that sort of stuff. I really do like that. I think that's really cool, opening things up. So lots of good things are happening. It's just they're happening one after another and just building out a quality ecosystem. That's really cool to see. Sometimes we have to step back and think about that. Now we've got this competition going on. It's very cool. All right, we're going to jump out of there. We're going to go back in here and we're going to check out the announcements also. Don't forget the board announcements. Remember, they got another person on that as an oversight. 5 people, I think, do admin oversight. It's pretty cool. So this is the big announcement today, introducing hashtag Better Way to Crypto. This is on Twitter, of course, from the June the 25th to the August the 19th. Axion investors and fans will have the opportunity to win $100 in Axion each week by creating a post on social media that both tags Axion and includes the hashtag of the week in a meaningful and relevant way, as well as the promotional tag hashtag Better Way to Crypto. This promotion will run from Friday to Thursday for 8 consecutive weeks. So this is brilliant stuff. I said this is really on the ground marketing, and Albies and Destroyer are involved in that. So pretty cool. Submission guidelines are there, so you can check that out. What else have they got here? The hashtag for June 25th to July the 1st is this is the first week, is hashtag Better Way to Crypto. So very cool stuff on that one, and you can read the full details on that one. I've already posted this, but I'll post it again in the competition there. Let me just post that. $100 weekly giveaway. So you can check that out, and obviously get yourself followed on there, share it around if you're still on Twitter. It certainly helps, of course. And if you've into multiple crypto projects, spread that around there as well if you can. All right, very cool. All right, let's go. John Roberts says number 5, and Thai is pronounced haha. So 555 is ha 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 ha. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Alex K says it was flashing on top of the page. Oh, was it? Oh, good one. That's embarrassing. And then there's obviously the Axion little torch there. Let me go back. Network, Axion. Network. Let's jump over there. Where's the flashing? Stake Axion. Well, I've got to go to Spanish, don't I? Spanish? Let me go. What's that? That's Axion. Where is it? It's up here? I'm not sure. Boom. That one. Oh, relax and divs, yeah. Oh, that's funny. Maybe it just couldn't translate it through the Google Translator or whatever they used. That's quite funny. Very nice. All right, very good. Hopefully I caught up with that one. All right, let's jump back to the auction and see where we're at. We are going back in there, 8 minutes to go in the opening sniping hour, 23 hours and 8 minutes to go in total. We're trying to sell 516 million Axion, 54,000 US dollars. Almost 31 ETH Ethereum is to sell it out. So we'll see how we go over the next 23 hours. Now, Axion price is 0001, so it is a buyer's market at the moment. Buyer's market, and that's the way it is. We've got just under 3.2 million Axion in the pool. Let's have a look at Hex is down at just under 7.3 cents. So obviously that's moved a little bit down on average over the last 24 hours. We've got Y sitting at 33.9. Obviously that has a price floor as well because the liquidity is locked. I think that's sitting at the price floor. I'm not sure what the price floor is at the moment, but that's at 33.9. So interesting stuff there. Yeah, an Axion is sitting there, so definitely buyer's market. Great time to enter, isn't it? That's the old case. Like I say, people do like to pay when price is higher for some reason, and eventually the price will no doubt be higher. Obviously not investment advice, but that's the way it rolls. That's where we roll. So if we look at Bitcoin, Bitcoin's actually reduced since we've been on live stream. It was gone down about $1,500 actually. It's down. It was at about 32.5 at the beginning of the live stream. Now it's at 31. That's interesting. Ethereum was over 18. That's now at 17.59. So we're going to hit that $1,100-$1,200 Ethereum mark. Really don't want to go down there. No one does. But you know, sometimes those people, when they're short selling and when there's more sellers than buyers and that hasn't finished, that's what happens. That's what you see. So we'll see whether it holds up. Pretty important spot right now to hold here for sure. So we'll see how that plays out. Binance down to 272, Dodge at 23 cents, XRP at 59. So definitely this is looking bearish market, and obviously we're all hoping it stays up, but that's just the market will do what it's going to do at the moment. We do have, of course, in mid-July, we've got testing. I guess it's started already. I didn't see the official thing for the Ethereum EIP upgrades, and I think that's going to take full effect on mid-July once those are successful. So 1559, and that is going to play out. So we'll see how that goes. I think there's a bit of fee burning in it. Not sure how significant that will be, of course, but that I'm not sure that will give enough bounce in July either. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah. All right. Let's jump back there. Kurt says we need to add Latvian language as well. That's true. They are going to add more languages to the Axion site, so that's a good one. You might want to add that into Discord. Maybe they could put that up in priority. Gertz, for sure. We need to add Latvian language as well, because I bring about 25 people in Axion. Half of them don't speak English. I'm ready to help if needed to get Latvian language on the list. Awesome, Gertz, go do that. So head up Pullen or Andreas in the chat. Who else is doing the Andreas? Yeah, Pullen in the chat, and who's the new person? I think, yeah, head up Pullen his edit thing, and he'll get you onto that. And they do want people to proofread, so I think they're using like a Google Translator, some sort of app thing like that. That's how they got them up so fast. But they wanted people that were specialists in that language for that particular country to go through them. And I know they've got some people doing that already for some of the languages. So Gertz, that would be fantastic. Get onto it in the Discord there. Well done. That's a really nice offer there, Gertz. Really cool. All right. Let's have a quick look here. So that's where we're at. We've got 4 minutes to go. Let's see how our poll's going, folks. Let's see how the poll's going. Hey, we've got 6 votes in there at the moment, so get your votes in there, folks. So we've got 2 more minutes to get your votes in there. Hey, we're up to 7. Very nice. We've got 2 minutes to go. We've got 13 people watching, 7 votes in there. So make sure you get your votes in. 2 minutes to go before we close this one out. And boy, it's getting tough actually. It opened up pretty one-sided. Mega was going to be it, opposed to super mega, but now it's getting more even. So get your votes in and see what happens. So it's going to be the title of next Friday's video, whatever it's going to be for the VCA. So really cool. All right, let's go back here. So John back had to go out for 30 minutes. Says John. Hey, all good. You're back in time just for the close. We got 3.5 minutes to go, John. It's always good to have you back. Very nice one, Gertz. Really like that about Latvian language. That's really cool. Let the team know. They'll probably do a push it through put whatever they push through the other languages in India. It's probably faster for you to do it that way, and maybe just compare the English to the Latvian. All right. 3 minutes. We're counting it down. Are we going to get any ETH sniped in there? Who knows? We don't know. We're waiting. Anyway, it's 23 hours after this to go to get 30.8. So we'll see. Man, if we sell this out, that's actually really bullish. If we sell all the VCAs up to next week, that'd be super bullish. And then, yeah, and maybe maybe one of the partners coming up is going to be, maybe they're going to be a buy. Somehow, whatever the partner's set up on Axion Launch is going to be a buyer in it, have some sort of buying mechanism. I think that's an important part of all the partners coming up, is having some sort of buying mechanism. They're always, that last one with Vabble, which has obviously been, I guess kind of extended / deferred to August. You can apply, of course. They're still open to apply. So it's just the opening period, I think, is changed. We've got one down there. Yeah, we've got the Fable. So Direwolf closed, and I think we sold about 31,000 and the fundraiser out of 50. So good. That was a 60% result, just over 61% or something. 62, is it 62? Yeah, so that's closed now, but we've got the Fable open, so don't forget to check that out. Do due diligence, of course, and that's extended to August now because it was going to launch on the 24th of June onto Uniswap. That'd be the first. Getting your actual currency up running in the market is the first thing that gives you a lot of economic energy, and then you can start really, kicking up. I think if they get really good project management, they have a good team, and they've covered all their bases in that team. Marketing to development, all that sort of stuff. Partners. Agency. I guess agency is a big part of that. Getting your studios and all that stuff. They've got all those bases covered. They could actually do really well, because I'm sure there'll be a lot of people in the industry wanting to get an independent streamer like that, that's truly independent and decentralized on blockchain, because everything else is controlled. If you've been in any corporate environment, there's a lot of control in those, regardless of where you're at. It can be quite suffocating at times. So I think they've got a good chance if they can get all those things right, and if they communicate to the market regularly, really well. That could actually help too, but it certainly is something. Just check that out. A couple of my thoughts on that one. All right, let's go back to the auction here, and we've got 37 seconds to go. Let's read the poll, and let's go. Let's read the poll here. Okay, here we got 7 votes, folks. 7 votes, and should next Friday be called Mega Mega or Super Mega VCA? Mega Mega was 57 votes, and Super Mega was 43. So it looks like Mega Mega has just won out, folks. I'm going to end the poll right now. And boom, there we go, end poll. So that's done and dusted on the poll. And so Mega Mega is going to be the title of next week's Friday video. Very cool. Thanks very much for participating in that. That's really cool. We've got 3 seconds to go in the opening hour. Save Mega Mega for when it's 1 TT, 1 trillion, says John. Well, it looks like we've already had a vote on that, John. So unfortunately, I have to go with the vote there. But I do like Mega Mega. Super Mega will be when we get to Super Mega. How about that? Super Mega, Mega Mega. So Mega Mega is now under Super Mega Mega by vote thing. Gert says everything is red today. Perfect timing to fill up bags, but not for me. Got $0 in my bank account. So for next job got a job for 14 weeks, 7 days, 12 hours a day. Wow, that's hard work. But sad because I can't buy on this huge dip. Hey, you never know what the market's going to do, Gertz, but good to see another job round coming up there for you. Alex K says, I feel your pain. It's rough to be out of dry powder during the dip. Absolutely is. And Gert says, bye-bye. So very nice on that one. And finally, Mega, if we roll over again. Yeah, nice one, Lanzo. We'll have to put it to another vote as well, but that's really cool. Hey, everybody, here we are at the moment. We're just going in. We've got 23 hours to go. Join me tomorrow, of course, at the end of this, when VCA, we're having probably the last 45 minutes, something like that. And we've got 30.55. Let's see where we are in 22 hours time. And I hope you guys have a great weekend. Now have a lot of fun and drink and be merry or something like that. But yeah, have a good time, and I'll see you tomorrow. And that's where we are. All right, I'm going to sign off now. Let me just send this out. I'm not sure what Lamzo's just put there, but I'm trying to see what picture that is. And then Gert says Megatron. Yeah, Megatron. That's right. Actually, that might be my thumbnail. Might be a Megatron with the Mega Mega. Hey, thanks for everybody for watching, and I appreciate all the comments. Really good stuff. And let's go. I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care. Sleep well if it's late at night, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.